So by 2014, in this state of non-recovery for 3 years, I was pretty desperate. I was very, very stuck. I was bitter, angry, depressed, incredibly depressed. I was struggling to take care of my kids. I hated my life. I hated everything about it. And I was out of control, I would say, by this time. All I could do was shut down. And so I started Googling and found a fair recovery. We didn't have money at the time, so I read I think I read whatever I could. I can't remember what I had access to. And there was a contest for Harboring Hope. And so I entered that contest, and I still remember Joni emailing and saying, you've been selected to be part of this. And it just felt like, it truly felt like just God himself was saying, like, it's not the end. I still see you. So my Harboring Hope group was a lifesaver for me. It was like an oasis in this horrible desert that had become my life. And I think the biggest things about that group were just finding people who had been through the same thing. I had lost most of my friendships, except for the ones in my small group. I'd lost most of my friendships by this time because everyone just wanted to know, what did you do, that led to this, so that I can avoid your unfortunate life. It was always just questions, like, it was just this interrogation to try to figure out, like, what had you done wrong? And I hadn't figured that out myself, so I didn't have an answer. So I broke off most of my friendships. So meeting with other women who had been through this was life-saving for me. Harboring Hope made me feel not crazy. It made me feel strong. It gave me hope. Like it made me feel like there's something beyond. This is not what my life has to be. Like, I can have a different life. And the most powerful thing about Harboring Hope for me was that it taught me that my life could change and I could heal, regardless of what Kenneth did, regardless of if he ever did anything at all. And that's where I had been stuck for so long, was waiting for him to do what I thought that he needed to do, and trying to control. I was always trying to control what he was doing in hopes that I could heal. It felt like my sanity and my ability to be happy was tied up with him, and it was a horrible, trapped feeling to know that I was waiting for him to get it right, and he was not getting it right. So while I was in Harboring Hope, it all kind of felt the same to me. I could feel myself getting stronger, and I knew that I had hope.
She had this confidence to stand up and say who she was, and that the relationship that I was forcing upon her wasn't the one that she wanted nor deserved. And it opened my eyes, and it scared the living daylights out of me. Like, I had so much admiration for this woman that was in front of me, saying these things to me. And she was also laying down a line in the sand. She said, this has to change. We have to heal. I have to heal. And if we can't do this, then I need to go do it on my own.
Kenneth would say that, like, he seemed more respectful in conversations. Our conversations changed. Our conversations changed to where I didn't have that just sinking, panicked, desperate feeling anymore. Like, it felt like I had answers to questions that I could never get the answer to before. I'd been told over and over again, like, you're Your problem is that you're not forgiving him. And it's like, wow. I mean, I gave that every ounce of effort I had just because somebody told me that it would free me, you know, even though I didn't want to forgive him. I tried. But Harboring Hope told me how to forgive, and it told me how to let go, and it told me what forgiveness isn't, which was very helpful. And it gave me accountability and friendship.